everybody. How's it going? Everybody doing okay out there? Everybody feeling fine, I hope? Let's see. Let's get this guy... What? Let's get this guy bouncing when I talk. How about a little hop? There you go. Hello and good evening, everybody. Happy weekend. Hope y'all are doing okay. Big hello and thank you for being here to Midnight Apex. Hello to Olivian. Hello to Mia. Hello to Abby Yurga. Hello to Divionics. Hello to Vera Speaks. Hello to Shanette Quao. Hello to Candy Tunes. Hello to Maya. Mia. Hello to Jennings 13. Hello to Zira. Hello to Elfira Roseman. Hello to Apricot Bro. Hello to Cute Shushi 15. Hello to Simply JC. Hello to Snowy Roswell. Hello to Missy Brownie. Oh wow, okay. Maya is wasting no time in asking questions. All right. The question is, how old is No Pause, and when will he be in one of your streams? Funny you should ask that. Sorry about the coughing. I'm coming off of a bad cold. No Pause no longer goes by No Pause. They no longer want to use that name. And they are a she now. My daughter will not be in any of my streams, unfortunately. I think we both agree that it's best to keep our lives separate, and professionally at least. They're doing their thing, I'm doing my thing. We still love each other and see each other and game with each other as often as we can. I think it just gets weird, you know, people have never been the best at keeping their boundaries with me and my child. Hey, it's Scorpio. Long time no see indeed. I feel like it's been forever. Rose Mawa, hi. Princess Tiara says, hello, not doing so good. I broke my leg. Oh no. That's not good. Hopefully you can get that mended up quick fast. Excuse me. This cough is tenacious. Everybody doing okay? How you doing? Give me some updates. How are you doing in your life? What's going on? Jennings says, what kind of chat will this be today? Need some emotional cheering up. It's just gonna be a Q&A. I have nothing planned. Here is a link for where you can ask questions. Let me get that over to you. It should be a nice and easy day. I hope it'll be a nice and easy stream. Just hang out here for an hour or two, answering questions. Duck Mom, aka Catherine, says, taking a little break from some online learning. So much brain gone. Oh geez, good luck with that. Rosie Tori says, always keep your child safe. Love that you prioritize her safety. Absolutely. Yeah, they're my world. They're everything, you know? Of course. Jin Jin, hello. Midnight Apex says, I'm good. That's good. Garcello, hello. Says, hey Cardlin, maybe bad time to ask, but any tips to feel less lonely? Currently, I'm extremely lonely and touch starved. By the way, your audio has helped me so much. You know, find a fandom you like. Start making comments on their subreddit. Start finding people on their Discord. Put yourself out there. Best of luck. Apricot Bro says, gonna graduate with my bachelor's soon. It'll be my 2nd degree. That's cool. Congratulations. That's a lot of degrees. Rose Moa says, I've been chilling. Cool. Scorpio says, well, I gotta play Mario Party with some friends. And one of them is named JC or something like that, so I guess it's a good day. Aw, I had a good time. Even if you all ganged up on me and brutally bullied me the whole time. Forgive this coughing. I don't think it's gonna stop, because I think it's just gonna keep happening all night. Midnight Apex says, I was singing, but the fireworks were too loud. Fireworks, why? What is the occasion for fireworks where you live? Cute Shushi says, doing good here. My weekend just started, so excited for that. Nice. Nadia Wolfie, hello. Candy Toon says, I'm also coughing a lot. My throat burns as hell. Ah, geez, that sucks. One second, yeah, I'm trying to find my cough drops. Hey, found him. Princess TR says, it's kind of my fault. I was doing backflips on the trampoline and landed horribly wrong. Yikes. Fucking yikes. Jeanette Quile says, fireworks have been going off at my place tonight and I have no idea why. Bonfire night has passed. Yeah, what's the occasion? Why are there fireworks? Marcel says, my dyslexic. Jinjin says, on my way home from an event in Montreal. Got about an hour left. Cool. Drive safe. Scorpio says, ah ha ha ha, you took all my money. Technically, you lost all your money. Oh my god. Mia says, my nephew's birthday is today. Can you say happy birthday 7? Sure, happy birthday, kid. Missy Brownie says, whoa, money thief over here. A little bit, a little bit. Jeanette says, hope everyone who's sick recovers soon. Me too. Myself included. Kohaku says, I love you, Carl. Your work is the best. Who's Carl? Am I Carl in this situation? Am I? Is that a message to somebody named Carl, or are you talking to me? My name's not Carl. I mean, my name's not Cardlin, but it's definitely not Carl. I kind of go by Cardlin because it's, you know, the name of the character I play, but I don't think I even know anybody named Carl. Garcella says, hope you feel better though. If the cough gets worse, I would recommend going to a doctor. Things that could help is honey, cough drops, or some good old rest. Don't overexert yourself. Yeah, I feel like when I talk a lot, the cough gets worse, so I'm trying to cough less. Midnight Apex says, it was fireworks night here. Weird, there was no fireworks or fireworks all day. There's no fireworks on fireworks day, but all the days after fireworks. Weird. Midnight Apex says, it's fireworks night, Sky Fox night. Huh, all right. Simply JC. Is it JC or JC? Because I'm also JC. Hello. Simply JC says, going through a migraine, so in bed with Stanley with hydro jug lid and blankets. Are these waves too loud? They're a little loud for me. I think maybe we turn down the waves. Calm down, waves. I want to hear more music than waves. Yeah, that's better. Scorpio says that goes in the list of Cardlin variants now. Carl. Hope your migraine goes away soon, JC. JC. Whichever it is. Ali French says, Cardlin was bonfire night here in the UK. It was only 3 days ago. A lot of people in the UK delayed their parties this year. Apricot Bro says, we love Carl. We do not love Carl. I do not love Carl. I mean, y'all can love Carl. I do not know a Carl. JT Stevens says, hope you feel better. Definitely drink some tea if you can. Keep up the great work. Thank you, JT. Hi, Cupcake. Hey, Cuddling. Risky the Third, hello. They say, hi, Cardlin. I love your audios. You're so good at making them. Thank you. Kohaku River says, tell us, how did you pass your weekend? What did you do? It's not done just yet. I'm only halfway through. Let's see, what did I do today? I uploaded 2 videos. One to Patreon and YouTube, and the other to Cardland Fantasy. Did I upload the YouTube one actually? I think I did. Let me double check. I also played some Mario Party on my Twitch channel, Game Bear, which is pretty fun. Did I upload? I did. Okay, good. And then tomorrow, I'm getting a visit from some family, which should be fun. Garcella says, I mean, you could use charades to talk or emit an electromagnetic wave at a certain frequency. Sure, or type. Sure. Scorpio says, the Twitch is 18 plus only. It's true. Jenny says, unless the Carl was a typo and meant Cardland. Yeah, I'm sure they did. No, I was just teasing. Olivian says, I'm excited for December because in Australia, there's a ginger beer company that releases a spiced ginger beer only at Christmas. Ooh. That sounds fun. Is ginger beer alcoholic? I think no, right? Candy Tune says, remember how your audios were the ones to make me get into ASMR when I was 13? 13. Cool. All right. That's awesome. Jeez. Midnight Apex says, yes, you should be very proud of yourself. You've been very busy. Thank you. Number one, Taro Sasaki, hello. Says, it's been so long since I've been alive. Really? This is the first time you've been alive in a while? Dang. I think the last was your birthday. I'm so sorry, JC. Forgive me. I forgive you. I only stream here once a month, so I think the last time I streamed here on YouTube was my birthday. So you've been to all of them lately. Frisky the Third says, how long does it take to make a video? All in all, probably a couple out, maybe like half a day, something like that. It's really the waiting, you know, it goes from hand to hand and different people work on different parts of it. Garcella says, because I found uranium really good to use because it's crunchy and makes me have green skin, lol. Missy Brownie says, I think ginger beer is alcoholic because it got beer in the name, but so does root beer, and that's not alcoholic. Kohako River says, Carl is a diminutive of Cardlin. What name do you want us to call you? Your wish is our command. Carl is not diminutive of Cardlin. I don't think so. Call me Cardlin, call me C, call me JC. JC's my real name. Cardlin's the character I play. Call me what you like. Just not Carl. Olivian says some ginger beer can be alcoholic, but this one isn't. Okay, fun. Tiffany HR says 13. Cool, that made me laugh aloud into the bowl of jalapenos I'm chopping. Yeah. I'm old, y'all, and some of y'all are not. Number one, Taro Sasaki says, on alive, I God, I can't spell. Apricot Bro says, please help convince me not to spend money. I want DoorDash fruit / ice cream so bad. Spend money, get yourself DoorDash fruit and ice cream. Lila Scarlett says, hey Cardlin, not a question, but I love your audio so much. Thank you, Lila. Bessie Brownie says, wait, root beer does. Okay, wait, I don't even know what is ginger beer. Hold. Cuddling Teddy Bear says, ginger beer is alcohol, but it is added to alcohol, I think. Rose Moa says, what made you pick Cardlin? Is the name of a character that I used to roleplay as back when I used to roleplay, you know, on like forums and stuff. Scorpio says, he called me disgustingly young. Accurate. Midnight Apex says, I nearly keep calling you CJ. Lol. Cuddling says, haha, Scorpio, same. Yeah, gross. Vic says, I finally came in time to watch a live. I love your audios. Well, thanks for being here. All right, I'm gonna start looking at the spreadsheet, seeing if we can answer some of these questions, shall we? No real schedule tonight, no real agenda. We're just gonna answer some questions, and when we run out, we'll probably just call it a night. So keep the questions coming, post them on that form to make sure that I don't miss them, and yeah, we'll hang out. Skizby says, did you restore your Discord? I found you the night before finding it out it shut down. Well, it's funny you ask that. There's actually several Discords. The main Discord is the Patreon Discord. That's where a lot of it goes down. That is available at the $10 tier or higher if you're 18 or up. Then there is the Discord I use for live recording sessions. We do every Tuesday at noon. That is available to everybody on Patreon. Again, also only available to people who are 18 and up. Then I've got a Discord for my Twitch stuff, Game Bear, that is available to everybody if you can find the link. And I think that's it. Yeah. But if you're talking about a public-facing Cardlin Audio Discord server that is not tied to Patreon, I do not have one. Jenny says, whether or not the Carl was a typo meant for Cardlin's got the smile I need, but I need to go higher as in giggling. All right, we'll see what we can do. Toot hello. Says, finally I get to watch a live stream with it ending without it ending after a few minutes. Lol. Yo. All right, if I can make a request, you can do something for your old pal Cardlin. If you could do me a solid, just, you know, double check what you're typing before you send it. A lot of typos tonight, you know, a lot of missing words, a lot of missing punctuation. It's important, you know? When you type online, it's kind of like your accent. And when there's lots of typos and lots of missing words and lots of missing punctuation, it's kind of like you're not speaking correctly. You know what I mean? It's not a good look. Just heads up. If I can just make a request for me, for you and the future and all of the internet, just, you know, double check. Take a second. You don't have to press send immediately. Just, you know, read it. Read it a second time. Just make sure. Capitalize the first letter, you know, put a period at the end of the sentence. Do what you can. Write properly. It's important. Keep your mind sharp. Sasaki says, not gonna lie, your audios have been a lifesaver. It's been hard not being able to see my long-distance boyfriend. Oh, sorry y'all are apart, but I'm glad I'm able to play surrogate sometimes. Missy Brownie says, feeling targeted. Oh boy. Oh, it's everybody tonight. Garcelle says, all right then, I'm gonna go and live with the static in my head and be sad. I'm gonna go hug my Fu Coco plush. Hope you have a great day and hope the sickness goes away. Hope you get better. Take it easy. Rosamoa says, this is my first Q&A live stream. Welcome, welcome. Kid Jennings says, I'm guilty of that as well. My bad. Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, straighten your shoulders, you know? Fix your collar a little bit. Try and look nice. When you type, that's your accent. All right, let's take a look at these questions, shall we? We have a question from Ratburgers, who says, what has been the hardest ASMR to voice? Trying to think. I've done hundreds, if not over 1,000 at this point. Hardest ASMR to voice? Usually it's because of the circumstance. Like I'm sick or something, but I still have to record. Like, for example, I don't know if this is the hardest ever, but a week or two ago, I recorded like 6 audios while I was still coughing pretty badly. I had to like stop every like couple of sentences to cough, and it was pretty rough to get through. But in terms of like one specific script that was hard to record, I don't know, sometimes like my mind is distracted and I have trouble reading the script and sticking with it. But I can't think of anyone in particular. Candy Toon says, just wanted to send hugs from Mexico. Your videos also help me practice my English. TY. Nice. I'm glad I'm able to do that. That's one of my secret goals. One of my little mini games with myself when I do this. Carol Cubed asks, what is something that always brings you peace? So if I'm inebriated and I feel like paranoia setting in, for example, or if I'm not feeling well, I feel my heart racing. If for whatever reason I'm not feeling great, I always try and immediately distract myself with something silly. Like I'll pull up TikTok, or I'll pull up some YouTube shorts, or I'll pull up some cartoons, you know, like Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Ninja Turtles. That always kind of like, it distracts me and keeps me from panicking. I don't know if it brings me peace. What actually brings me peace? Standing on the beach looking out at the waves. Just looking out into a vast ocean. You know, just feeling like the world's so big. That brings me peace. Kaku River says, is it possible to upload an NG video? What's NG? Neutral good? What do you mean by NG? The answer to that question, by the way, is almost always, sure, if I get into good enough script for it. You know, I don't really get to choose what kind of videos I put out. I'm at the mercy of the scripts that are sent in. So yeah, if I get a good script for a topic, I'd be happy to do it. But the thing is, I don't always get a lot of scripts. Cuddling says, hey JC, you make fun of my accent regardless if I type correctly. True, you have a funny accent. Cute Chushi says, I love Steven Universe. It's a great one. It's a great one. Let's see, we have a question from Silly, who asks, vampires or werewolves? Well, I mean, I guess I can't say that I'm not a fan of werewolves, given how I just put out a werewolf video today. On Patreon, 18 plus only. I guess werewolves. I'm not a huge fan of either. You know, I feel like maybe they're a little played out. But yeah, between the two, certainly werewolves. Princess TR says, not the grammar hammer going down. You gotta, when you know, when it was getting sloppy in here. Gotta straighten it up, you know. Sit up straight, you know. Put your shoulders back. You know what I mean? Sit up straight. Type with some respect. Respect of yourself. Kajenning says, what ASMR videos do you have for short panic attacks? I do have one to help with breathing, I believe. It even has an animation that you're supposed to follow and breathe along with. It's got this little sphere that deflates and inflates, and you're supposed to breathe in time with it. That should help. Scorpio says, I can be a grammar hammer at times too, being an English teacher and all. Rightfully so. Midnight Apex says, werewolves all the way. Werewolves over vampires, but really the answer should be neither. Don't make either of them your personality. Olivian says, how do you know I'm not sitting up straight? Well, you're on the internet, aren't you? Let's see. Got a question from Cuddling. Say, what'd you eat today? Let's see, what did I eat today? This morning I had some leftover kind of like tomato ground beef stew thing, and I decided to get a little creative with it. I made like a makeshift spaghetti out of it. It was like this tomato based ground beef stew that was really thick. So I boiled some noodles and made spaghetti out of it, and I had that for lunch / breakfast. Then later on in the afternoon I had some chicken. Delicious. Rose Moa says, is there a game you wouldn't get tired of playing? That's tough. Like, my favorite games I would get tired of playing, you know? I can only play so much Tears of the Kingdom in one setting. I can only play so much Last of Us 2. A game I wouldn't get tired of playing... Plants vs. Zombies, maybe? Taro Sasaki says, did I start the whole argument over spelling? Well, first off, it wasn't an argument. Second off, no, it was a lot of people in chat. And by the way, I have to say, much better grammar now. I'm seeing a lot more capitalization, seeing a lot more punctuation. I'm seeing periods at the end of sentences. I'm seeing question marks. I'm seeing commas. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Sorry for being grumpy and old, but it is a thing with me. I don't know if I want to say it's a full-on pet peeve, but it is, it's on my little bugaboos, if you will. Oliver Maestas, hello, says, as a librarian, you'd be surprised how little we are grammar hammers nor sitting up straight. Yeah, I have a friend who's a librarian, and yeah, they crouch all the time. Or sorry, slouch all the time. Midnight Apex says, how are you, JC? You feeling okay? Yeah, just coughing a lot. Zero says, oh man, that's really great. Cool. Missy Brownie says, not the grumpy and old. Always. Every day. It's not Cardlin's brand, but it's JC's brand. Cardlin's brand is the perfect dreamy boyfriend who can do anything you want and always has the right thing to say. Me, however, when I stream here on YouTube, I try to be a little bit more Cardlin than usual. But my personal slogan, my personal brand is grumpy and old. Cute Shushi says, there's no way you're old. Yeah? How old do you think I am? T says, okay, what's your go-to soup choice? If, say I'm in a buffet and there's every soup imaginable, I'm probably gonna go with a weird one and try it out. But if if I'm just going with whatever makes me feel comfortable, whichever one I like, probably split pea is my favorite soup. Midnight Apex says, you're now old, you're beautiful. Okay. Thank you. Several typing errors and grammatical errors, but thank you. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Missy Brownie says, JC, then like subtitle, grumpy and old, then like stars or some. Huh? Oh, JC, subtitle, grumpy and old, then stars. Okay. Kid Jennings says, no, don't be sorry. We all get to watch our mistakes. Thank you, Kid Jennings. Apricot Bro says, do you like chicken tortilla soup? It's my fave. Yeah, it's pretty good. Olivian says, have you tried split pea and ham? Yeah, that's what I meant. That's my favorite. Oliver Maesta says, well, figure out his age based on a soup choice, like a BuzzFeed quiz. I'll tell you my age. I'm happy to. Cute Shushi says, you have to be at least in your late 30s, early 40s. Yeah, I'm 41. I have a daughter who is 21. Taro Sasaki says, it's Jay Glez says, in your prime. Taro Sasaki says, it's sad how my BF said I couldn't make a good script because I can't spell. Sure you can, you know? Just use some online tools to help fix your grammar and your spelling. You'll be all right. It's about the vibe. It's about the story. It's about the dialogue. Candy Toon says, and how old is Cardlin? However old you want him to be. Cardlin is always the perfect boyfriend. He always looks exactly like you want him to look. He's always wearing exactly what you think he should be wearing, and he's always ready to say the exact right thing at the exact right time. Whether he is waking up next to you, flirting with you at work, or chasing you through a forest with a knife. Kaku River says, what's your zodiac sign, JC? Scorpio. All right, going back to the list. We got a question from JC. who asks, would you consider making a part 2 for Shells, Sunsets, and Soulmates? Or Burr Basket and more sleep aids in general? That's a good question, JC. Though the answer, however, isn't up to me. If I were to receive a sequel script from the writers of those stories, sure, and they were good, then yeah, absolutely. As for sleep aids, I'd love to do more sleep aids. I don't think I currently have any in my library, though. You know, you gotta send these scripts in. If you want to hear them, you gotta send them in. If you want to see a sequel to something, hit up the writer. You know, find them in the community. Ask them if they would write a sequel to it. Jay Glass says he never talks back either. Sure. Missy Brownie says, okay, wait, is sequel like part 2 and prequel is part 1? First off, calm down. Second off, a sequel is a part 2, yes. A prequel is usually before part 1. So like something in the past. Tia T says, just discovered your channel. Hey, thanks for finding me. Jay Glass says, how do we get you to make binaural ASMR video for sleep? Easy. You write a script for it and send it in. Kajani says, if you had to choose only one meal, what would you go with? Snow crab legs or a warm lobster roll? Probably the warm lobster roll. I don't really like messing with crab legs. Terrace Sock says, I actually used Grammarly for English and I failed it. All right. Midnight Apex says, how many scripts have you written yourself? A lot. Jay Glass says, JC's schooling us tonight. Maybe. Tallulah asks, over on the forum, hi, I've been listening to your videos for a while, and they really helped me get through tough times, so I thank you for that. But here's my question. Why did you choose the bear? If you don't want to answer this, it's okay. I guess the bear's brown, the bear's strong. I like bears. I think I really kind of associate myself with a bear after years and years of playing the game World of Warcraft. I play a druid in that game where I actually transform into a bear. And there was a long time when my circle of friends, my guild mates in the game, were referring to me as bear. Kind of stuck, and I kind of like adopted the bear as kind of my, I don't know, my animal, I guess. Bears is big, bears is strong. Good way to put it. Let's see, we got a question from Missy Brownie. Says, hi, Cardlin. Excuse my coughing. It's me, Missy Brownie. My big question is, why'd you type in, My big question is, what is your favorite, or was I don't judge, oh boy, Missy Brownie. My big question is, what is your favorite, or was I don't judge, capital that time. What your fave cartoon or like cartoon character? Let's see, favorite cartoon or cartoon character? Maybe Ranma. Ranma 1/2 is my favorite cartoon. Favorite character, Shampoo, the original Yandere. Thank you, Missy Brownie, for your very interestingly worded question. Rose Moa asks, was there ever other things you wanted to do before YouTube? Certainly. I mean, I didn't start YouTube till about 9 years ago. Plenty of other things I wanted to do. When I was a kid, I wanted to work at 7-Eleven so I could have all the Slurpees I wanted. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to be a computer programmer. I wanted to be a video game developer. Yeah, tons of things that I wanted to do and pursued. Yeah. It wasn't until I started doing this, though, that I started feeling this sense of feedback. It was the first time I was doing something for a living, where I was making money off it, and it also gave me this feeling of fulfillment. Like, it felt really nice to do it. Like I was not detracting from the world, but rather adding to it, even if only in a tiny way. Felt real nice. Still does. Let's see. Got a question from Pinky. Pinky's got a real long question. Let's see what they got to say. Pinky says, "Hey man, I'm new to the channel, but how do you manage your upload schedule? It looks like it's super hectic with what you do in Discord, Twitch, Patreon, etc. So I was wondering how you project or manage all this and still have downtime. Also, do you have a script backlog that you fill periodically, or do you take scripts as they come?" First off, Pinky, thank you so much for these questions. These are questions I've never been asked before, and these are questions that are really well thought out, so I appreciate you. Let's see. Let me do my best to answer these questions for you. How do I manage my upload schedule? Well, I have a team of people. I have an audio engineer. I record the scripts as is, and I send them off to the audio engineer, and they will do the audio mastering, add any sound effects, split it off into 3 different files, for the M for F, M for A, M for M. I have a graphic designer who will make the thumbnails and the slides for the video, kind of make the video look nice. I have an editor who will go through the scripts that are submitted and kind of make the scripts ready for recording, like split them into triple for M for F, M for A, M for M. I have somebody who helps manage social media, and me. We upload Mondays on Cardlin Audio. Cardlin Audio now only receives audios that are romantic, cute and funny, or comforting, or sleep aids. Basically, I want to make Cardlin Audio a place where you can only ever find comforting, nice, sweet things, romantic things. I want to erase the experience of you're in Cardlin Audio, you're listening on autoplay, and then suddenly Cardlin is chasing you through the woods with a knife. I want Cardlin Audio to be a place that becomes synonymous with comfort, with romance, with being loved, with being cared on. On Fridays, we upload to Cardlin Fantasy. Cardlin Fantasy is where all the scary stuff goes, where all the fantasy stuff goes, knights and swords and dragons and wizards. It's where all the sci-fi stuff goes. It's where all the dramatic stuff goes. Basically, everything else goes to Cardlin Fantasy on Fridays. And then on Saturdays, back in Cardlin Audio and Patreon, we upload The Spice. And Twitch, I kind of just do infrequently. Just whenever I'm free, I have some time, I try and stream on Twitch. It's like a hobby for me. It's a lot of fun, building that community there. Hi, V. Let's see. Your next question was, do you have a script backlog that you fill periodically, or do you take scripts as they come? I do. I refer to it as the script library. And yeah, we have some scripts there that go back as far as 2021. We're trying to fill them. I only upload like 12 times a month. So I'm trying to get through the scripts. I'm trying to fulfill obligations, like, every Saturday has to be Spice. Every Monday has to be comfort or cute and funny or sleep aid or romantic. Every Friday has to be some kind of fantasy, horror, dramatic type audio. And we also try and do seasonal audios, like right now I'm looking to do Thanksgiving audios and Christmas audios, stuff like that. So yeah, I do have a library. I am working through it. I find that I tend to have more audios that I can work with for certain topics, whereas for other topics that I need lots of scripts for, I don't always have some. I could always use more comfort audios, I could always use more spice audios, I could always use more sleep aid audios. Thank you very much for that question, or those questions, Pinky. NQ has a question. This one's nice and fun. Who's Carl? Beats me, NQ. I have no idea. Cute Sushi 15 asks, how long have you been doing audios? I just recently celebrated my 9-year anniversary on September 14 or so. Pow says, what are your plans this Christmas? Probably gonna see some family. Hopefully. Hi, Fantasia. Midnight Apex says, do you ever have a break? You're so busy, like a holiday? Don't you get overwhelmed? I try not to get overwhelmed, which is mostly a mental fight. And I tend to get breaks whenever I get sick. Rando99 asks, I'm 19. Me and my now husband have been married since we graduated high school last year. We have our careers and we have a house. I'm currently 2.5 months pregnant and we're not sure how to tell our family. How did you tell your parents? Well, it was just my mom. My dad wasn't really part of the picture at that point. And, you know, we just got together and told her. We told her as soon as we knew, actually. I was more scared of the world. You know, I was scared of what was going to happen. I wasn't really scared of my mother's response. I knew she wasn't going to be happy about it. I knew she was going to be worried about it, and I was right. And I knew that she was going to love me no matter what. And I knew that she was going to forgive me. You know, it was never a fear of like she was going to kick me out or she was going to make me do something I don't want to do, you know? So yeah, we just sat down. I remember I sat on a bucket full of laundry and I sat my mom on the edge of the bed and my girlfriend at the time was there and we just, you know, we all had to sit down. We all just told her. I remember her response was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I knew it. Oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, me and my girlfriend at the time, we were a united front. We weren't scared to tell my mom, and hopefully you can not be scared to tell your parents too. I mean, you're married, you know? Not kids anymore. What are you scared about? You should be scared about your future more than telling your parents. Apricot Bro says 19, husband, house, pregnant. Oh Lord. Hey, don't judge. They live their life the way they're living their life. And they sound like they're very level-headed and they've got a strong sense of morality about them. You don't judge here. That's their life. Skizbees says, what is your dream collaboration? Non-spicy. Wow, I don't know. I mean, I don't see this ever happening, but it would be real cool to be... I mean, we're talking about dreams, right? It'd be really cool to be on a season of Critical Role or something, or Dimension 20. That'd be really cool. Vic says, have any of the audios you voiced made you cry or made you feel any other strong emotions? Absolutely. Absolutely. I like to think you can always tell when I'm crying in an audio. You know, certain scenarios just really get me. Yeah. Okay, we got a question here from Oliver. By the way, if you're asking questions in chat and I'm missing it, throw it in the form. I promise you I won't miss it if it's in the form. Got a question from Oliver who says, sorry if you've already answered this, but how did you settle on your character / username? So the name Cardlin is a character I used to roleplay. He was not at all like this. You know, he's not like a dreamy boyfriend in a contemporary modern day setting. As for the look of Cardlin, all I really had in mind when I went to the artists who originally commissioned the first couple of pieces of Cardlin was dreamy boyfriend, Asian or half Asian, wearing glasses. Believe it or not, everything else kind of developed from that. For the first couple of months, Cardlin didn't have a flannel, you know? The flannel thing kind of naturally adapted after somebody wrote a script called The Flannel. But the flannel wasn't always part of Cardlin's look. One artist that I commissioned said, do you have an example of somebody who you want Cardlin to look like? And I don't know if we ever got this look, but the person I told them was Erwin Husef. I believe they're half Filipino, half German content creator in the Philippines. Scorpio asks, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, would you choose your favorite or something you think would be healthiest? Oh. Only eat one food for the rest of my life. Well, if I chose my favorite, it very quickly would not be my favorite anymore because it would be the only thing I was eating. So yeah, I guess in that sense, I would just choose something that was really healthy, but, you know, maybe could be varied a little bit, you know? Like a good, healthy, I don't know. Something healthy that had some slight variation to it. Jay Glass says, I sent you a little care package. Hope you receive it soon. Put it together with care. Thank you, Jay. Did you send it to the North Carolina address? I hope. Well, thank you regardless, but yeah, hopefully you sent it there. Awesome. Cool. I look forward to receiving it. Do you remember when you sent it? Because I did receive something a little while ago, and I don't think it had any, like, name or anything on it. I wasn't really sure who sent it. Let's see. Next question is from Apricot. Apricot says, favorite fruit and ice cream. Favorite fruit, banana or mango. Favorite ice cream is either vanilla, but it's got to be like the vanilla where you can taste like the gritty kind of bean in it, you know? Vanilla or coffee. Yeah. Jay says, oh no, I just sent it today. Oh, well, thank you. Got a question from Taro Sasaki, who asks, when will there be another audio with cuddles, kisses, small talk, and your oh so soft snores? As soon as I get one that's written that way. Ratborg asks, out of curiosity, is your IRL style similar to your Cardlin character? Like fashion-wise, you mean? Not really. No. I don't really wear flannels. Victor Pratt says, what has been your favorite audio to make? What has been the easiest audio to make? Easiest audio to make, comfort audio. Favorite audio to make, yandere audios. I can't really pinpoint it to just one. I've done so many over the years. But overall, comfort's really easy to do. Also, one of my favorite ones to do. And yandere is my favorite to do because it really pushes me to kind of act differently. Olivian says, you should try vanilla ice cream with Milo mixed in. It sounds so good. It sounds good. I think next time I order groceries, I'll get some vanilla and some Milo. Let's see. We got a question from Scorpio. Here we go. Scorpio says, okay, an actual serious question. Let's get serious, you guys. Let's lock in. Actual serious question. It's my parents' 25th anniversary, congratulations, and my dad wants to buy my mom a new ring for the occasion. My siblings and I are in on the plan and are helping him. Thing is, we don't know her ring size, and we can't think of ways of getting it without her figuring out what's going on. What should I do? Find her other rings and size it? Just like find where she keeps her jewelry, find a ring that she likes a lot, just, you know, pickpocket it for a day, take it to a jewelry store, and be like, hello, what size is this? Thank you. Goodbye. Easy peasy. Abby Yurga says, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, Abby. How are you? Tallulah says, sorry if I keep asking too many questions. Not at all. But I suffer from really bad anxiety, and I was wondering if you had any tips to calm down, because there are some days where I'll wake up anxious, you know, but if you don't, it's okay. Sure, you know, avoid caffeine, turn off all distractions, just kind of center yourself, focus on your breathing, lie down, you know, just, or sit up, whichever is more comfortable. Just focus on your breathing and make sure it's balanced. 3 in, 3 out. Breathe in for 3, hold for 3, release for 3. 3, 3, 3. That's all you gotta remember. You're gonna be all right. If you are sending in questions and I'm not answering them, the best way to get them answered is to submit it via the form. Best of luck to you. Ratborg says, would you ever play Stardew Valley? You know, I tried it, Ratborg. I tried it several times. Wasn't for me. Not my kind of game. I don't think I have the patience for a game like that. Abby Yurga says, what is your favorite musical? Ooh, good question. Probably the Book of Mormon. Yeah. I like a lot of musicals, though. Jesus Christ Superstar is also up there. Apricot PP says, biggest hear me out character you like. Okay, I'm only vaguely aware of this meme because of TikTok, but okay, biggest hear me out. You know, I don't think this is a hear me out. I think this character is very sexy, but every time I bring it up, people are weirded out by it. The girl squirrel from Sword in the Stone. Or if that's too old for you, I'll think of another one. I don't know, I'm so picky nowadays. Yeah, I'll just stick with the girl squirrel from Sword in the Stone. Abby Yurga says, Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon? No. No. Oh, Jesus. Here come the weirdos. Missy Brownie says, here we go again with this. It's always typed this way. Me, what? Capital WH, lowercase at. Me, what is your, go-to dance move? I got it off Google, Why the ums, Missy Brownie? Go-to dance move? Trying to do it now. I don't know if it has a name. It's kind of got like a hip bump. It's got some shoulders into it. You gotta have the hips, you gotta have the shoulders. The rest can follow, but you lead with the hips and the shoulders. Abby Yurga says, what do you mean no? I mean no. Not for me. Go for it, but not for me. We need a JC Hear Me Out cake? I don't think you're gonna like it. Got a question from Sleepyhead, who says, 3 questions. Do you like the fall season or do you like another season? Also, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. All right, well, thanks for giving me an out. The first question was, do I like the fall season? Do I like another season? My favorite season's probably winter. Then they say, also, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Probably seeing family. And if you don't want to answer, that's fine. I believe it's only 2 questions. I don't see a third. Huh. Abby Yerga says, what is battery percentage on your phone? LOL, mine is on 35%. For shame, Abby. For shame. I keep mine 100. Around here, we keep it 100. That's just me. Live your life, but I would yellow flag, legit. If your phone is like always like below 50%, yellow flag. I couldn't work with you. Are you kidding me? If I need you in some kind of emergency situation and your phone dies because you didn't keep it charged, yellow flag for sure. Big yellow flag even. Maybe a red flag. I definitely strongly consider breaking up with somebody if they kept their phone like that. Taro Sasaki says, I've been with you for just about when you started. Thank you, Taro. For 9 years? That's cool. Hopefully you're at least 27. Always here for everyone when needed. Thank you so much, JC, for everything you've done for us, and please take care of yourself. Personally, you should take care of yourself when needed. Thank you, Taro. It's very nice of you. Missy Brownie says, no, because you clowned on everyone who had their phone below 85%. Yes. I still do. Keep your phone plugged in. Keep it charged. You never know. Let's see. RDA. Hello, Artie. RDA asks, hey, JC. Hope you're having a great day so far. Thanks. Hope you are too. Since the holidays are coming up, what's your favorite holiday snack / food you enjoy this time of year? Oh, what's it called? It's called tikoi, I believe. I don't know what it is. Scorpio, what's tikoi? But it's like this kind of like Filipino mochi, Chinese mochi. I forget what it's called in Chinese, but it's basically like mochi in the Philippines. They kind of heat it up a little bit so it's a little crispy on the outsides and mushy like mochi on the inside. It's so good. Yeah. Artie says, I asked this because I'm currently making pumpkin chocolate chip bread. Oh, it sounds delicious, Artie. Fun. Tikoi is really sticky rice cake. Okay, so okay. All right, I'm starting to run out of questions. Not necessarily a bad thing. Abby Yerga says, what's your favorite song? It's a toss-up between Arawarian Dance by Nujabes and Staralfur by Sigaros. Those two are my favorite. They'll always get me. Apricot PP asks, would you have another kid? If so, what gender? Only right answer is girl. First off, Jesus Christ, what a horrible thing to say. First off, only right answer is girl? What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean by that? That having been said, if I found a partner and I was deeply in love and they really wanted to have a kid, sure. I probably would opt for no. But if it was really important to them, I could definitely consider it. I just think maybe I'm a little too old at this point. Apricot Bro says, ha, I don't want children. My dream scenario is all girl family. I'm sorry, Apricot. I find that disgusting. Like, genuinely. Like, you only want girls? That's gonna be so sad if you have a boy. Like, how are you not gonna give that boy a complex? I don't know. It's so weird to only want specific genders. I think that's bad. Adore Lexus says, wait, you have a kid? I do. I have a daughter who is 21. 22. I have a daughter who's 22. Giselle Rogue asks, serious question, pumpkin or sweet potato pie? Pumpkin. Not a big fan of sweet potato. Alessa says, hi Cardlin, have you thought about making audios about any anime characters? Love your voice, by the way. I have, Alessa. I genuinely have. I don't think I want to head down that road. I don't think that's the right path for me. I do think they'd be very popular. I do think maybe I could do certain voices pretty well. But I don't think that that is the right avenue that I want to head down. But yes, I have considered it a lot. Olivian says he wanted 3 kids. Your dad said they always wanted 3 kids, one of each? What does that mean? Apricot says, you're right. That's why I can't be a parent in general, because I generally would be upset if I carried a specimen to term and it's a boy. Specimen to term? Apricot, you need to unplug from the internet for a while, dude. Like, just be a human in the regular universe for a little bit. Carried a specimen to term and it's a boy. Wow. Apricot, rewire yourself a little bit, just a little bit. Let's see. We've got a question from Lex. Lex says, I'm turning 20 this month. Congratulations. Any advice for your 20s? P.S. I've been watching your content for the last 8 years. So since you were 12. Oh boy. And it was such a comfort through my teens. So happy to see you still making audios. Oh God, I'm in such a weird space in my life getting comments like these. Ah, that's cool. Any advice for your 20s? Let's see. Your 20s are for figuring things out. But if you can have the wherewithal to start putting some money away, to start making some moves that might be investments for the rest of your life, they can really pay off in your 30s and 40s, and they can really get you a step ahead. Normally, people in their 20s kind of spend it figuring themselves out, what they want to do, bouncing from here to there, and that's important too. But if you can, start putting some money aside, you know? Just 5% every month. Put it in an account you don't touch, you don't see. Just start putting something away, because things are looking grim out there, you know? And you gotta start planning for your future a little earlier than you might normally. Next up, we got a question from somebody who's been so patient. They keep mentioning how they filled out the form. They've been waiting so patiently for me to answer their question. This is from Katie, aka Kajennings13. Finally, at long last, we're getting to your question, Katie. Katie asks, what made you decide to do an ASMR for a judgmental parent? Because this was kind of relates to what I'm going through at the moment. Really, it's as simple as somebody submitted a script for a comfort for judgmental parents, and I thought it would be nice to put out. That's all. You know, a lot of the scripts get sent in. I don't request scripts. I don't like specifically commission scripts most of the time. Somebody thought that would be a great script to send in, and I recorded it. Unless it's one that I wrote, in which case probably it was a response to a lot of comments I was getting. Yeah, I don't think I wrote any for a topic like that, though. Kajenning says, I did have another question, but don't want to spam the form since I already did one. Go for it. Send in as many as you like. Kay says, hey, I was wondering, why don't you make vampire audios? I don't like vampires. I think they're pretty played out. It's really simple as that. There's not a lot more to it. Sleepyhead says, do you come up with your titles? They're very unique and match the video very well. This is a random thought I just now thought about. Most of the time, when a script comes in, it has a title already that the writer intended. On very rare occasions, the writer will say, like, I have the script, I don't know what to call it, but here's the script. Then I'll give it a title, but for the most part, the writer gives the script a title. Thank you for that question, Sleepyhead. Got another very long question from Pinky. Let's see, their last question was very good. Pinky says, hee hee, thanks for the compliments. It was kind of unexpected. I'm a project manager at work myself, so I just got curious about what a content creator's schedule is like. Throwing the compliment back, oh my gosh, here we go. Thank you ahead of time for all this nice stuff you're about to say, Pinky. I really like how you push your audience to better themselves, like reminders on posture, because my own back has problems, rip. Or asking your audience on live streams to think of other angles in a roleplay scenario that you're presented. I don't know, that's just really nice. The snarkiness and the speed of your wit helps too. I am snarky. I wish I could tamp that down. I just can't sometimes. I have a lot of trouble kind of like pulling the leash on my snark. But thank you for being so kind and appreciative of it. And thank you for that compliment. That's actually a really nicely well thought out compliment. Thank you. That really warms me. I try not to preach, you know. I know I just told everybody to type correctly and to sit up straight and to use proper punctuation. And to be fair, that is stuff that I am genuinely passionate about and I wish people were better about. But I try not to preach too much. I try not to tell people how to live their lives. I believe that everybody should have the freedom to live their life. I believe that every life has the same ending. It's just a matter of figuring out how we get there. So yeah, I love to fight for people's rights to live whatever kind of life they want, even if it's one I disagree with. But thank you, Pinky. That's very kind of you to say. Candy Toon says, my phone is dying, so I need to go. See, Candy Toons, see. Just kidding. Have a good night. Thank you so much for swinging by. Charge your phone. Next up is a question from V. V says, have you hydrated? If not, take a drinky drink right now. Chat too. Hope you're having a good weekend, JC. Thank you, V. I will take another little sippy sip. Abby Yerga says, have you heard Elise Knight or Shining Armor ASMR? And if so, would you want to collaborate on a video in the future? I'm always down to collaborate with whoever, so long as they're not problematic and I think they have a good voice and a good delivery. Or if they're a friend. I don't know either of the people that you listed, but I don't know, they sound cool. Lori asks, how old are you? I'm 41. I know, it's crazy, right? Cardlin isn't though. Cardlin is whatever age you want him to be. But JC, the person who voice acts Cardlin, is 41. I had a kid at the age of 19. Missy Brownie says, hey girly, another one from Google. If you were in a talent show, hey, no ums, pretty decent punctuation. These are getting better, Missy Brownie, good job. Missy Brownie asks, if you were in a talent show, what talent would you show off to the wonderful world? If I'm trying to do something that I'm really good at, that is kind of normal, I'd probably sing a song. I'm kind of good at it, and it's a pretty normal talent. If I was trying to show off a weird talent, I would ask for words from the audience, and I would add up the letters in the word and tell everybody what the total of all the letters was. It's a weird talent I have. I don't know if it's autism, but I can look at a word and I can add up all the letters in that word, which is to say, you know, like A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. I can very quickly look at a word and tell you what the total of all the letters is in that word. Yeah, I don't know. Not something I'm proud of, but it is something I can do. Let's see. All right, got a couple more questions here. Cuddling asks, superior chip flavor. Oh. You know, growing up, I was all about the nacho cheese, the red bag. Then I had a period of my life where it was all about the blue bag of Doritos. Now I'm more about the salt and vinegar Pringles. I think are my favorite. RDA says, that's a pretty interesting talent though, JC. It's certainly a thing that I think I'm better than probably most people on the planet at, because most people on the planet don't do that at all ever and never even think to do it. But yeah, I think it's something that I'm currently one of the best at. If you have questions in the chat and I'm not getting to them, I'm trying to get to all the questions in the forums first. So if I miss your question, just go ahead and submit it at the Google form, which is pinned at the top of chat. Let's see. Princess Tiara asks, this is my second time breaking my leg. Ouch. I've broken my arm a couple times. Not that long ago, I fell out of my window. Have you ever broken any bones? No. And I hope I never do. I hope you never break any more bones either. Drink more milk, maybe. I don't know. Be more careful. I'm sure you're very careful, but also maybe be a little more careful. And also drink more milk. Wilbur asks, hey, you don't have to answer this. Let me read this first in case this gets crazy. Okay, Wilbur says, hi, you don't have to answer this, but I want to be an ELA teacher, but my parents want me to be a nurse. But I really don't want to be a nurse. I just love reading and writing stories. But I don't know how to tell my parents that. So do you have any tips? Because I've been freaking out over this. You are at all times in control of your life. Assuming you are no longer living at home, assuming you are paying your own bills and no longer financially dependent on your parents, telling them what you're going to do with your life should not be a problem at all, and you should be able to handle that steadfast, expediently. If you are living at home and you are financially dependent on them, tell them that you don't have any passion for nursing. Tell them that it is not something that you want to spend your life on. Tell them that you are worried that if you spend all this time learning how to be a nurse, you're going to be unhappy in your life because you've spent all your time doing something that you have no happiness about. Tell them why being an ELA teacher is so important to you. And tell them that you understand the risks involved, that you want to pursue it regardless. And that if they force you to pursue a career you don't have any passion for, you're worried that it will build a resentment between you and them that may eventually become a rift that you no longer, that may grow out of control. Missy Brownie says, wait, what's ELA? I'm assuming like English language assistant, maybe? English learning assistant? Oliver, welcome back. Oliver says, some of your audios can be very comforting and touch on very serious topics. For example, being accepted as LGBT+. Out of curiosity, do you research or look into these topics before recording the audios? Sometimes if I think it's a very sensitive topic, I will run it by a friend who maybe is closer to that topic than I am. On rare occasions, like for example, when the Black Lives Matters movement went down and what happened to George Floyd happened to George Floyd, I reached out to a friend of mine and asked if they would be comfortable writing a script, because I felt like something needed to be said to the community, and that I know that I have a very present and active African American demographic in my community, and I wanted to reach out to them, so they were really kind enough to write something about it. Other than that, sure. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'll do research on something. RDA asks, hi, me again. Who's a fictional character you'd change lives with? You'd have whatever abilities they have and relive any event they've been through. Who and why? Well, I don't know that I'd want to take anybody who I admire and like and replace their life with mine, because my life is not as great. You know what I mean? And that would be really shitty of me. But if I could just live their life as well, like an alternate version of it, that would be cool. But if I had to straight up replace, like switch spots with them, I wouldn't do that to anybody. I don't know if that's really depressing, but it's the truth. But if I could live a similar life to somebody else, maybe, I'm trying to think of somebody who's like rich and powerful and happy and doesn't have rivals or enemies. Maybe Garfield? Garfield seems to be living a pretty cool life. maybe Garfield. Alessa says, what is your top 3 favorite anime? Gurren Lagann, Ranma 1/2, and Namaiwa! What was it called? Your Name. That'd probably be my top 3. If Your Name doesn't count because it's a movie, then Fooly Cooly. Taro asks, I'm actually 17. Uh-oh. I was so wrong. I'm sorry. I turned 17 September 1st. But my question is, do you miss your marriage? I heard what happened and I feel sad about it. Are you dating/married? Sorry if it's too personal. I know it's all right. I do not miss my marriage. It was very toxic and bad and gave me many, many issues, and many of the probably emotional hangups I have now are because of the marriage. No, I don't miss anything about it other than maybe living with my kid, which I did, you know, until they moved out. So that was nice. I was dating for a while. I was dating somebody for about 8 years, almost the entirety of Cardlin Audio, and we just broke up last year on my birthday. We're still friends, but I haven't considered dating since then. I just don't know if it's for me anymore. You know, I don't know, maybe I'm still hurt, maybe I'm still gun shy, but I don't want to get back into it just yet. I just can't think of a scenario where it would work. So I feel kind of stuck. Hecate asks, what is your favorite theme park? Disneyland. Without a doubt, Disneyland, absolutely. Taro asks again, I've honestly thought about becoming a voice actor. What or where should I start? I don't know. I guess going to like finding voice acting jobs, like commercials, recording gigs. What I do, I don't really consider typical voice acting. So if you want to start doing what I'm doing, it's easy. You just start recording scripts and making videos out of them and putting up on YouTube. If you want to do like actual voice acting stuff, paid voice acting work, yeah, I guess you start finding like recording gigs and you start recording and trying out. Let's see, got a question from Cute Shushi. It said, this is my first live chat, and I know that this question has probably been asked before. What made you want to get into doing audios, and what made you want to continue doing them? These are two very, I'm very glad you highlighted you distinguished the difference between the two, because there is definitely a difference between the two. What made me get into doing audios? I found a community on Reddit that was doing audios, and I decided to give a shot at it. When I saw that people responded positively to it, I started doing it more seriously. what made me want to continue doing them was seeing comments. You know, when I'd get comments like, I had a rough day and you made it a lot better. And you got comments like, this really helped me process some dark emotions I was going through. I saw comments like, you are, you know, it's a highlight of my day to listen to your audios. That kind of stuff is what kept me going, and to this day maintains one of the biggest sources of energy and inspiration to what I do. So yeah, it's such a cool feeling knowing that. Rose Moa asks, this may be personal, but how many siblings do you have? None. I'm an only child. Abby Yerga says, so Nyx Moon Reads has started a zombie series and it's amazing. Would you want to lend your voice in a future episode? I think it would be amazing for you two to collaborate. Sure, if they reached out and asked me and the commitment wasn't too huge, sure. Wilbur says, hi again. Sorry if I'm spamming your stuff. I don't know if you're comfortable with this, but I'm gay, and I don't know how to come out to my parents. I just get scared, I guess. Just tell them. It's 2024, they'll be all right. You're probably building it up in your head to be a lot bigger than it actually will be. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect and it's going to be amazing, but just tell them, they'll be fine. This next question is from Bent Nibs. They say Nibs is fine. They say, I started getting back into writing again because of VAs like you. I really appreciate the script writing guide. It helped me tremendously. How long did it take to write? Working on it with It was probably a series of like maybe 2 days to write, you know, working together to figure out all the different topics we wanted to hit and how to word it in a way that was easy to understand. And then it took about a week or so to edit it all together video wise and make it look all nice. Or actually, I don't know how long it took my video editor, but yeah, you know, we gave them a week. I'm glad you're writing again. Good job. Missy Brownie says, hey girl, don't do that. I don't like that. They say again, kind of backsliding here. NOE, not sure what that means. What is your bestest memory? I'm gonna stop reading your questions if you're gonna do this on purpose, Missy Brownie. Missy Brownie says, what is your bestest memory you have when you was a baby? If you doesn't want to answer, it's okay, girly. I do not judge. I'm gonna stop answering these. You're intentionally upsetting me. Apricot Princess says, weird foods you grew up eating that people judge you for? Mine is pickled eggs and pickled sausage. Real Southern? Oh, that sounds delicious. Pickled eggs and pickled sausage. Yeah, sure. Most Filipino food people consider weird. One of my favorite dishes is a Filipino dish called dinuguan, which is basically pork blood stew. That tends to freak people out, but I love it. It's delicious. I got a question from Shush. It's just the shush symbol. It says, if you had 500 strawberries, how long do you think it would take you to finish them? I probably wouldn't finish them because they would go bad before I got to maybe 100. I'd probably have like 5 a session at most, twice a day if I had whipped cream. I don't really like strawberries by themselves. I'm Your Problem Now says, pork blood stew, what does it taste like? The pork blood itself makes for a very thick stew. The flavor is so unique, it's so hard to tell like what it tastes like. But it's very good. It definitely doesn't taste like what I think blood would taste like. You know, like when you like accidentally cut yourself and you accidentally taste blood? It definitely doesn't taste like that. It just has such a unique taste to it. Kind of vinegary because the stew uses a lot of vinegar, I think. Let's see. Lakeisha asks, do you have a favorite musical instrument? Have you ever played an instrument? Yes, they're both the same answer. Piano. Favorite musical instrument is piano. I just love the sound a piano can make. And I played a piano a little bit. My grandma taught me a little bit growing up, but I never really took to it, to be honest. Katie asks, hi JC. Is there a system in which scripts you record at the time? On Patreon, I always see the titles in your live recording sessions and you are really fast at posting them. I was wondering if you choose sent in scripts randomly or if there's an order. I try to do the oldest ones first when I can. Sometimes there's things that are blocking us from doing them, like they require collaboration, and that requires, you know, like we have to do, like whenever I get a collaboration script, I get that they're really popular to write, or like it's really fun to do to write, but they take like a month of planning, honestly, to give them enough time to record. So because I plan scripts a week or two ahead of time, I have to make extra planning for collaboration scripts. That's why they're so hard to plan around, and they so rarely come out, because a script that's one and done, or a script that I can do by myself, is a lot easier to produce than one where I have to wait for somebody else to record their lines and accommodate for their schedule and so forth and so on. So there's many different factors that can get in the way of a script being recorded, but for the most part, we try to match them to the genre of the channel, and then we try and get the older ones out first. That's the overall guiding principle. Excuse me, give me just 1 second. Vic says, I'm a trans man. I haven't told my parents yet. What would be a good way to go about it? Sit them down and tell them, hey, I'm a trans man. Sorry I haven't told you about it yet, but I was scared of your response. I'm really hoping you're not going to be upset with me, but this is who I am. Just tell them, you know? Let's see, where were we? Try to do scripts as they come in, or rather I try to do the older ones first. Katie says, do you have a good luck charm that you hold on to? A necklace, lucky pen, or fidget toy? Sorry if this question appears twice in the chat. No, I do not. I try to be not very superstitious. I don't tend to believe in things that are magical or superstitious or work on some form of luck. I try to get that stuff out of my life as much as possible. Very science and logic and, you know, reason based. I try to be, at least. Yeah, you know, if you're going to be telling them and you're worried about the response, you have to factor that in. You know, you can't expect them to be wholly accepting and understanding. To them, it could be very confusing or scary. So you got to be understanding and give room for that as well. Cuddling asks, if you were a utensil, what would you be? Spoon. Victoria asks, you don't have to answer this question. If you don't want to, you just skip it. But what is your sexuality? Sorry if it's too personal or of a personal question. I'm just curious. I'm a straight man. Yeah, I am into women. But honestly, I have like a very low, well, I'm a straight man who's into women, I think is the best way to answer that. Sailor Phantom of Pango, cool name. Says, I made it, woo, how you doing? How you feeling? I'm doing good, I'm feeling okay. I wish this cough would stop, it's really annoying. I remember you were sick a while back with COVID, I believe. Yeah, the COVID's gone, but the cough just won't leave me alone. Just checking to see how you recovered. I know COVID can have some nasty side effects. I think this cough is one of them, and it's pretty frustrating. Abby Yerga says, not a question, I want to let you know my phone is on 69%. Not good enough, Abby. You can do better than that. Shush asks, if you were challenged by a centaur and you had to battle in some kind of competition of your choice, what do you choose? What do you mean? Like, what kind of weapon do I choose? What kind of arena do I choose? Assuming that's what you meant. Probably like a machine gun. And arena would be something where they're far away and maybe down like a narrow hallway. Let's see. Taro. All right, Taro Sasuke Taro, you gotta stop asking these questions. You're like half of these remaining questions on this list. And they're such like teenage questions, you know? Like, yeah, I'm a 41-year-old man, Taro. These things are so silly to me. Okay. Taro says, I thought so because that's when I watched your last stream and heard about it. Just know to never rush things, and it's okay to not want to go into dating someone early. It takes some time to heal, and that's completely okay. Also, I'm healing from a past relationship, and my current boyfriend has been amazing. And please don't be so sad. Your sad voice makes my heart hurt. Cardlin kiss. Okay. My current BF, this is Taro again, says, my current BF is 19 and I'm 17. Is that a problem or could cause problems? I'm younger and I'm still learning. No, just, you know, make sure you only do stuff you're ready to do whenever you're ready to do them. Really think about things and, you know, try not to take things too seriously. Hala says, love you, that's all. Thanks, Hala. Wilbur says, so sorry for spamming questions, but what if we have an idea for a script, but don't know how to write the script? What do we do? Or if we do have a script, where do we send it to you? Sorry if that doesn't make sense. Makes perfect sense. Also, you're right about me building it up to be more than it will be. You're also right about it being 2024, so my parents should understand. Hopefully. If you have an idea for a script but don't know how to write the script, I have a script writing guide. You can just look for it on YouTube, Cardlin Audio Script Writing Guide. If you do have a script, where do we send it? You can send it to cardlinscripts@gmail.com. cardlinscripts@gmail.com. Yeah. Taro says, opinion. Taro again. Taro says, opinion. Coffee, hot or cold? And what kind? I don't really like coffee. Then they say tea, ginger, green, or mint. Hot or cold? What kind? I don't really like coffee or tea. Sorry, Taro. Princess Tiara says, what's JC's biggest red flag? For example, my red flag is when I'm angry with someone, I shut down and disappear for a couple days without contacting them. And when I've calmed down, I come back and act like nothing happened. Wow, that's horrible. Don't do that. What's my biggest red flag? I mean, probably too personal to reveal here, but, maybe the fact that I make audio porn and, you know, thousands of people pleasure themselves to my voice. You know, that could be a problem for some people. I can definitely see. Yeah, that's probably the one that I'm most willing to talk about. Let's see. Yuki Rozu asks, hi Cardlin, big fan. And I love you, thank you, and have actually voiced some of my scripts. Oh yeah, I have. Out of respect for you, since I'm wanting to write more, are there any specific script topics you would want, or for me to stay away from in the future? I can always use more comfort scripts. I can always use more sleep aid scripts. I'm really amazed that I don't have way more period comfort scripts. Like literally comfort for being on your period. It's for something that happens to so many people, so many, you know, so frequently, I'm surprised that I don't have more scripts about it. So that's probably a good place to start if you're looking. Tazzy says, what helps motivate you into finishing a script? Oof, that's something I've always had problems with. I mean, it's not always the best motivation, but pressure, you know, getting like outside pressure to finish it, like being reminded that it is due, a deadline, stuff like that. That can really push. Let's see. Next question's from Abby Yurga. Says, do you like Korean pop music? And if so, what band do you like? My favorite is BTS. Cool. I don't really like Korean pop music. Paula says, next game you're planning to stream? Mario and Luigi Brothership. I'll probably be streaming that on Twitch maybe Monday. Yeah. Afro Queen 21 asks, have you ever visited the Philippines? Yeah, I actually lived there for a couple of years. I went to high school out there. I was born and raised here in the Bay Area of California, but I did go out to the Philippines for a couple of years, and I went to high school there. I also went once or twice as a baby, like as, you know, a little kid. Hecate says, I've had a very rough year. I found my dad dead in his bed. Jesus, Hecate. I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna wish you the best, okay? I'm sorry, this isn't an advice line, everybody. This is just a Q&A. I don't want to take it down too bad. Just, you know, life keeps on going. You're surrounded by people who love you, and you're gonna be all right. Regardless of what happens, you're gonna be all right. Regardless of anything that happens or what horrible events may occur, you're gonna be all right. As long as you believe that it's true. Chamberlain says, hey Cardlin, in a few days it'll be my birthday. Can you say happy birthday to me? By the way, love your content. Happy birthday, Chamberlain. Shush asks, why a bear for your brand? I just really like bears. Sailor Phantom of Bengo asks, sending all the love, good vibes, and virtual hugs your way, along with prayers for your full recovery. Hope that cough goes away soon. There's not a question here, is there, Sailor Phantom? Nope, okay. Glad to know you're doing better. I love your videos, especially the comfort scripts. Those really warm my heart and make me smile. Well, thank you, it's very sweet. Kay asks, I was thinking of writing a script for you and was wondering how much time passes between accepting a script and releasing the done audio. Oh, it can be a very long time. I have a lot of scripts in queue. If it's something like Spice, it can be done pretty quickly, maybe in the next couple of months. But it's like, yeah, audios that we have to do a lot of, like Spice, I have to do a Spice every week. You know what I mean? So I always need more Spice scripts. Same thing with comfort or sleep aids. I don't have any sleep aids right now, so I haven't done a sleep aid in a while. So if I got a sleep aid, I'd probably do it pretty soon because I want to put out, it's, you know, it's been so long since my last sleep aid. So it really depends on the type of script and the scenario and like how soon I could fit it in. Like right now, if you sent in a Christmas Spice script, chances are I'd get it in pretty fast. Okay, we're down to our last 3 questions, which is just about right. I tried to stream for about 2 hours, so this video worked out perfectly. Let's see. Lily says, hi, I'm new to this, but is there like a hint to how long scripts are? And I'm feeling sick right now. Either that or it's just anxiety for sending this in. But do you have any tips to like calm down? Again, I'm new to this. Well, first off, you're doing great. You're doing fine. You're just submitting a question on a YouTube video. It's nothing super rare or special or important, so you don't gotta worry too much about messing it up. You did great, and you don't need to worry too much about things, probably. As for your question regarding how long a script should be, about 1,000 to 1,500 words is a good guideline of, you know, actual spoken dialogue. But really, if you're struggling to fit in, if you're struggling to match 1,500 words, then you should really consider whether or not the concept of the script is strong enough to really carry a whole script, you know? Like if you're having trouble meeting the word limit, like it's some kind of school assignment, maybe you shouldn't be writing the script because maybe it's not something you're really passionate about. That's my opinion of it. Tia asks, what's your opinion on age gap relationships? I'm 19 and I've dated men that were 4 to 7 years older than me, and I prefer that over guys my age. Think it would be great to hear from someone who's older. Thank you for answering if you do. I think it depends. If you're trying to go for a serious relationship, where you're really trying to make something and potentially build a future together, then probably, yeah, I'd say maybe 7 years older, 7 years younger is the limit. If you're just trying to have fun, you know, you're just trying to be fuck buddies who hang out, then yeah, go whatever. As long as it's legal, go for it, you know? But yeah, if you're really trying to build a future, trying to introduce them to your friends and your family, I'd say the formula that I heard growing up, that I don't know that I necessarily agree with anymore, is half your age plus 7. Yeah. Which I think... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that anymore, but that was what I heard growing up. Now I'd say probably plus or minus 7 years. It really depends too. Like plus or minus 7 years for somebody who's 40 is way different than for somebody who's, 20. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd say you're fine, so long as everything's legal and they're not forcing you to do anything you don't want them to do, and they're not manipulating you or coercing you in any way. I think you should be all right. Apricot Princess says, speaking of birthdays, what should I do for my 23rd? It's a bit over a month away. What did you do for your 23rd? I have no idea. That was so long ago. My 23rd birthday can vote. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do what makes you happy. Make sure you do it safely and surrounded by loved ones. But yeah, do whatever makes you happy. Your birthday should be about you giving yourself the time and space you need and surrounding yourself by people who make you happy. Sailor Phantom of Pengo says, sorry, let me make up the previous one with a question. What is your favorite kind of script to voice? Comfort, hurt, time period, and so on? Comfort audios are nice because of the comments I get and knowing that they help people. Yandere audios are fun to do because they're exciting and they are very different from real life. So it depends. Abby asks, are you going to do a live stream listening to Epic the Musical? I'm so sorry, last question. Probably not. I'm not at all interested in Epic the Musical. Hala asks, why did the student eat his homework? Because the teacher told him it was a piece of cake. Okay, Hala. Apricot Princess says, what made you be like, hey, you know what? I don't mind spicy scripts. I'll do those too. I had a lot of phone sex at that point, and I was told I'm pretty good at it, so that probably gave me the confidence needed to give it a try. But really, anybody could try them. Plenty of people do them that are not good, in my opinion. But what I don't like might be somebody else's favorite. And last but not least, a question from Lily, then we'll go ahead and end it up for the night. Thank you so much for coming out, by the way, everybody. Lily asks, sorry, I know you said that you were going to end stream soon, but I have a question. So, how would I be able to do like a sleep aid script? Like, is there anything that I need to incorporate? I think to write a good sleep aid script, let me see. There has to be a good premise. There has to be a reason why Cardlin is basically not speaking for a long period of time. There has to be a type of noise, whether it be constant or periodic. I've done things like listening to an old movie. I've done things like typing sounds, gaming sounds. I've done things like breathing or just waves or a fireplace crackling. Any of those are fine, and I think they should be perfectly fine to duplicate too. Don't feel like you can't do one just because it's already been done by somebody else. Just change the premise, change the scenario, and you can still have the same sounds. I think it has to have a soft, sweet start and maybe occasional check-ins in the middle, and then it has to have some kind of ending, some kind of final line after everything's been said and done where you can go back to it. And Hala submitted another bad joke. Thank you everybody for coming to the live stream tonight. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, sorry. Hopefully I didn't get too snarky or grumpy with y'all. I tried my best to keep my patience. I promise. And I really, really am grateful for all y'all being here and asking these questions. I hope I was able to answer them to your satisfaction. I hope I was able to help you understand Cardlin and Cardlin Audio and JC just a little bit more. I want to thank you for your interest in asking the questions at all. Midnight Apex says, what's the joke? Nah, not gonna. And I do want to say thank you all for sharing your time with me. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. I hope everything ends up okay for you and yours, and I hope you continue to approach each day with positivity and happiness and light. Or at least maybe tomorrow, if you need to take today off. That's fine. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see ya later. Bye.